please check out our shirt on Teespring.
Hey folks, what's going on? What's going on in the little world today? Feel free to put a comment what you think about what I'm doing now. I'm going to talk about this mini-series on Hulu. It has a 89% of our tomatoes. It's called Dropout. It's a 8-episode mini-series. Pretty much the series about Elizabeth Holmes, her rise and fall, and her relationship with somebody and how they met. That Elizabeth started later on, Sonny joined, was called Theranos. They're creating this machine called Edison. Its job is one pick of blood. It'll detect like AIDS, cancer, diabetes, and some other thing, just one thing. But turned out it was like modern day snake oil, and was the biggest scam in Silicon Valley's history. She had a deal with a contract with Safeway and Walgreens. Their plan was to build these help centers so people would show up and do their blood and they get results. But the issue was the thing didn't work, and what they did, they had to send the blood to a third party to make. Also, they took out a lot more blood. The Edison didn't work. What will happen? Will get positive results of HIV or AIDS to people. Cancer victims, they'll tell me you don't have cancer, but they really did. You know, there's one time she actually went to Arizona and tested the machine, you know, once again, knowing it didn't work, to people who had cancer. And then when she came back to Palo Alto, the Edison headquarters, the design team found out she was doing this, knowing, you know, it didn't work. It was not ready for this kind of test. And, this, you know, the main crew of the design crew department quit. And she said, my crew's going to quit too. It's not more to be working with you. So Safeway and Walgreens making these help centers, and there's one scene. Walgreens got tired of her BS. She shows up, displays the prototype what the wellness center will look like at Walgreens. And they said the only issue we have is we have no idea how big is Edison. We have an area that we're going to put it, but we have no idea how big it should be. And we need to know the data. I said, well, and she makes an excuse. Oh, I'll talk to the head guy and then I'll tell him when. And what happened was the head guy was there, told both of them to sit down, and asked her, are you comfortable? And she said, yes. And he said, hey, no more BS. You have a deadline. No more excuses. It has to be done by then. We put a lot of money into this. You know, personally, I believe that Elizabeth had a good intention creating this company. But what happened was greedy, and all these attention she was getting from these media and newspapers got to her head. And very much their idea was like, we'll keep failing until we succeed, but the thing never worked. And the whole season is all about them trying to trick the investors and trying to get money, because every time they try to look at it, they always have excuses why. Even government inspectors came over. And there's a funny scene in the movie is when the government inspector came over to look at their lab. They did their best to delay it. It gave him excuses. We'll show you a video. Said no, I want to see no video. I want to see the lab. And he was prepared for their tricks, and they're like watching him from the security cameras, and they noticed that he brought a whole bunch of food. He said, they were like telling him, hey, you must be hungry. You want to go out to lunch? And he says, no, I got everything. I'll wait as long as I could right here until I see the lab. Also, she had a transition of her when she became. She started dressing like G Job, that the turtleneck thing. Rumors that she changed her office to look like G Job's office. Also, she changed her appearance. What she did, she changed her voice, like a little tone voice. Really, lipstick, and she never blinked. It was like, hypnotizing. But the big question I have is, she was obsessed with G's job, but I wonder if she ever visited his unmarked grave in Palo Alto. Also, she hired a bunch of people that used to work with G's jobs too. And so later on, it became kind of cold. Elizabeth started putting more pressure, started firing people. Also, it's very cold working area, paranoia. She started checking people's emails that were coming in and out of the place. Cameras, has two different apartments. They couldn't talk about it. They had to sign a waiver. And then she hired this one guy who was like a one-man apartment, didn't know what he was doing. So anybody came visit Theranos, they had to sign a waiver saying they can't say anything. Also, there's one scene that Sunny follows this one guy to the bathroom, made sure he went to the bathroom, and a couple of times they hired security to do that. The main thing they did was if you work at Theranos and you quit and they think you're about to be a whistleblower, they'll hire security to follow you around or threaten you with lawsuits. So that's pretty much it. I think most guys know the story, but enjoy it. My guess is more like Hulu's version of Breaking Bad in Silicon Valley. Also, a great documentary you got to check out called Didnt, Out for Blood in the Silicon Valley. You can watch it on HBO Max. It came out in 2019. So let me know what you think about this series. And, pretty ideal. How she very much screwed a lot of people's lives up, took a lot of money, and also affected women startup. They had one lady had to change her look because she kind of looked like Elizabeth, and it just did a lot of damage towards the healthcare area, and a lot of people did hurt because she gave people a lot of false tests. So like and subscribe, let me know what you think. Maybe do it better next time. Thanks for watching.